Hello, Chavdar.
Hello,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too.
Today we are welcoming my good friend, colleague, and fellow entrepreneur Chavdar Ruskov here for a nice podcast with 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐬. We are podcasting about business issues today from Bulgaria, right?
Right? Yeah,
And I am now in Prague. This is Czech Republic, so we are near each other from this perspective.
yeah.
So I prepared many questions for you, but before I start, I would like to share my screen. I will surprise you a little bit. And
Okay, okay.
I will share my screen and I will show you one picture which I really like, which I found. Is this one? I found this on your LinkedIn profile. Can you say a little bit about this? What can we see in this picture and why you chose it for your background?
I chose it because I believe that the business and business organization have to be considered as a whole system. So uh, we do business in any reason. We have mission, vision, and usually context. We have to uh, we have to consider the interest of all stakeholders doing business. And so, being a system has its elements, different elements, which have to be balanced so that the organization going forward as a whole system, as a whole. And that's why I put this many things that they are around the strategy, because strategy is how the business as a whole system uh, have to develop, how to develop. And so I'm a general management of strategy consultant. So I try to deliver best quality management consulting services, and I'm sure about this because I included most of the best practices in consulting profession.
I thank you for this because for this nice introduction, because this brings me to my first question. Can you share with our listeners? And I would like to welcome the listeners. I forgot about them entirely. Thank you for coming. Thank you, the audience, for listening to us. What about your journey and experience as a strategy, general management, and certified management? How did you get started, and what drives your passion forward? Chavdar, can you tell me?
So most of my experience, working experience, is in entrepreneur. Uh, in 1989, when we dropped the socialism and started to become a market economy, I uh, I started doing business. So I have a corporate experience in Coca-Cola mainly, and any others smaller companies. But in one of my application for a specialist of logistics and production, it's turned out that I mm, I must be a internal consultant. So it started. It's I like it. I started uh, even on the third day working. I for one day I was uh, uh, aware of whole company and started working, and I decided that I I will have a consulting company and being in consulting. So from 15 years, I work as a consultant. Some of it was in the in European financing funds, ISO certification, and so on. Even I have an international project in Poland for ISO certification building management quality systems in Sobus. So now, from 2017, I founded Business Model Design as a strategy and general management consultant company. I'm certified from CMC Global as a management consultant, and I'm certified from ICF as a coach.
Thank you. This brings me to my next question, because, by the way, if you have any questions for Chavdar or me, write us under this video. We will be very happy to answer every question for you. So my next question, Chavdar, is can you tell us more about your role and responsibility as a certified business coach, and how complements your work and strategy management consulting? So what about that? How do you feel this question?
Business coaching is helping me to execute more efficiently a consulting project, because as a consulting, my role is to help owners and managers to define a clear vision of their organization, how they look like when they works most properly, excellent, I can say. What is the current situation of the company, and making list of improvements that we could make. Of course, this is I say like efficient process of consulting, because the next step is to choose from where we going to start to work, and we start with, and my activity is executed with a big involvement of the client's managers, and the process itself is more important than the solution we're going to make for the company, because at the end, managers are ready, they know more, and the culture is changed. So with coaching, I could execute a project that includes finding problems, analyzing them, developing alternative solution and plan to implement and receiving results that we have planned at the beginning of the process. So I first working only with knowledge and intention and ideas of managers of the company, staff of the company, and if they have a gap of profile knowledge, I offer them to show them something different that I know.
Yes, it sounds very good.
The process is more efficient like this, and I said at the end, company grows itself with culture and solutions.
Chavdar, you mentioned business model design before.
Yeah.
You are the founder and CEO of this. What inspired you to establish this model, business model design? What is the objective here for?
Very good question, because I think that a company have to be designed, or as first the structure and everything can be designed. So not only soft skills and attitude is important. Everything is important. Processes, markets, value proposition, and so on and so on. These things are a whole system, and I believe even conflicts and burnout can be solved with a good structure, because if the personal teams and functionally goals are synchronized with the company goals, the reasons of conflicts disappear, and burnout disappear if the company has a good culture and process to discuss mission, vision, and strategy with its staff.
That's right.
So I believe that firstly, a company can be designed business model. Business model or system are the same. They are equal. Business model is how the business create, deliver, and receiving value, and as a whole system. Thinking in business model is thinking of business as a whole system. That's it, and that's I think that the first everything can be designed, and after that executed.
So we are talking now with Chavdar Ruskov about strategy, about design, about business, coaching, and many interesting things. Chavdar, at this point, have you any question for me? Because you are a coach, and I know that coaches sometimes they ask some good questions. Have you any question for me?
I would ask you whether you not respond, but how are you belong to any organization, coaching organization?
No, I don't belong.
However,
I made podcast 50 podcasts with coaches. You can see on my YouTube channel that I made 300 podcasts, and 50 of them are coaches only. So sometimes I am attracted to coaches. I don't know why. So here we are. And we are talking about, this is the first episode of the Talks with Chavdar Ruskov about business. Chavdar, have you any final message for our audience before, and would you like to accept my offer to continue these talks with me in the future?
Final message is learn how to use consultants and coaches, because they can be very useful, could be very useful for you to find your own resources and being better persons, managers, and businessmen. But you have to learn more about it, and we will find out how to use them properly and to receive it, and granted, will grant your results.
I would like to thank you for your talk today, and I would like to wish you good luck with everything.
Thank you very much for you too, Jiří.
This is Talks with 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐬. I would like to also thank our audience for listening so far, and I will not switch. Officially, I would like to end this talk, but I will keep the recording going for behind the scene. Tell me, what about the weather in Bulgaria? We have here sun at this moment. However, sometimes little raining, sometimes sun, and the degrees is at night 10 degrees, and during the day 20. What about Bulgaria?
It's sunny here. I'm living around Sofia, and it is sunny here. It is good for a tower. Thank you.